Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Logan from Calling Our Shop, back with some more MLB picks on this Friday, July 2nd. Guys, it's Friday. We luckily made it to the end of the week. Let's get after it today. Let's make some money. I know we've been in a little bit of a rut recently, but let's get out of it and let's go into the weekend strong. Right now, at this very moment, we are at 7116 subs. Guys, the growth in this page is just, incredible. Austin and I can't believe it. Can we get to 7150 by the end of the day? That's a really small goal for you guys, and I know we can do it. We need you to mash that subscribe button, though, if you already aren't subscribed. It really helps us grow this channel. It's free, and, as I've mentioned before, we will be back in the fall picking football. I'll be college football. I got my Gators shirt on today. Yep, go Gators. And Austin will be NFL, and we're just going to have lots of fun with it. And lastly, consider becoming a COS All-Star. All of these people all over the screen are current COS All-Stars, and the real reason why in the morning when it's brutally hard, to wake up and I hear that alarm going off way too dang early, I still wake up and I say, I want to do these picks for the COS All-Stars. So if you're interested in joining, it's just a really small $2.99 tip to Austin and I. Either click the join button next to our channel name or the first link in the description below. We really appreciate you guys again. Let's recap yesterday. Mediocrity, right? That's what we've been in recently. And, if you've been following this channel for a while, we usually get out of these mediocre little slumps, right? 2-2, it's not the end of the world, But I want to preface these picks by saying, if you're tailing, maybe while we're in this mediocrity, rut, you don't tail all four, right? If I keep going 2-2, yes, we're not making money, right? So if, you pick your, one or two plays that you like of mine that I already researched, well, that's fine. You do you. Austin and I always preach, do your own research on these picks because, blindly tailing somebody, some random guy off the internet, that's not a great recipe, for handling your own money, right? Boston run line, cash that one, no sweat bet, good job Red Sox. Milwaukee run line, good job Milwaukee holding up your end of the bargain. Toronto run line, nope, we ran them into the ground. Toronto just did not have what it took, to be in that game. And Reds first five, that was the dagger, oh man, that was you know what? I'd make that bet 10 out of 10 times because there was so many runners in scoring position that just did not get converted to runs. Especially, there was a bases loaded scenario where the pitcher came up to bat, and then there was another scenario, bottom of the fifth, where there was a runner on second and third, and the pitcher came up to bat again. That's just extremely unlucky and unfortunate. They have to play in the NL like that. I absolutely can't stand NL games like that, but it is what it is. Let's get into today's picks. Where are we starting? Orioles versus Angels. I'm taking Angels team total over 5, minus 120 odds. I really like this one, guys. It's probably going to go up throughout the day. I'm not going to lie, because Aiken is on the mound for Baltimore. 7.1 ERA. That's pretty stinky. I'm not even going to lie to you. 6, 5, and 8 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. Whew. I mean, they could get out of the first 5 innings with an overcash in all likelihood. And Baltimore's bullpen, they are not good, right? 25th in bullpen ERA. So maybe they only get 4 runs out of Aiken. They could easily get 2 out of that bullpen. That bullpen is not great. The Angels are 7th in runs, 4th in hits. A great offensive team. That's why I really like the Angels team total over today. Go ahead and lock that one in. Moving on to our next pick, Red Sox versus A's. I'm taking A's money line, minus 106 odds. Yeah, guys, look. Conventional wisdom and the way I'm always wrong, to be honest, is by picking the hot team and just expecting their hot streak to continue to eternity. No, today I'm looking at this matchup and saying, look, this game's a virtual pick'em, right? A's are getting a lot of respect at home. Red Sox traveling to Oakland. It's a little bit of a trap, if you want to pick the red-hot Red Sox, right? Rodriguez is on the mound for Boston, too. Last time these two teams faced, he went 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, and a 4-1 loss. Just saying. I mean, Oakland has shown the ability to hit left-handed pitchers very well. 22-11 versus left-handed pitchers this year. So they've been pretty solid, and Rodriguez is a lefty, right? Who's on the mound for Oakland? Montes, 2, 8, and 2 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. The 8 is catastrophic. We cannot have that. Our bet will just be blown up like that. But, I think he could be serviceable today. This is a game 1, playing at home. Like I said, guys, game 1s in series, you always like to tread lightly on them. Don't go thinking that these teams always do what they do starting game one. Nope, game ones are sometimes weird. That's why I'm picking the home team, and I like the value on it, minus 106 odds. Moving on to our next pick, Dodgers versus Nationals. Yeah, I'm taking Nats money line minus 108. I don't know if I've ever picked the Nationals on this program. To be honest, I usually stay away from them because they've been really up and down this year. But I've finally seen enough evidence to pick them here in this spot. First of all, this line, if you're opening up your sportsbook and you're like, whoa, this looks weird, the Dodgers are in a pick 'em. It's minus 108 on each side, at the time of me recording this video. And they're getting a tremendous amount of respect from Vegas on this one. Why? Because they've got Scherzer on the mound. Scherzer, 1 and 0 earned runs in each of his last 3. I mean, we know what a machine Scherzer is. Who's he facing on the other side of the mound? Urias, 2, 6, and 2 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. So, I mean, edge Scherzer, for sure, right? Now, let's look at the bats, right? I don't always talk about the bats in specifics, but, we've got some really great hitters on Washington. They've been red hot, right? Schwarber, Turner, Soto, all of those guys have just been absolutely great. Yesterday was a tough one for them, right? They lost in 5 innings, but here you got Mad Max on the mound, and if you're looking for a definitive edge, yeah, I mean the edges in this one are extremely razor thin because bullpen matchup. Yeah, I looked at it. They're virtually dead even in bullpens, but we look at the season offensive stats. Yeah, it doesn't tell the full story in this one. We know this, right? Dodgers have been a lot better most of the year. The Nationals started out pretty bad, but they've been red hot recently. This is an eye test pick for me, guys. Dodgers 22-18 away record this year. I definitely think the Nats stand a good chance of winning today. Can they get to Urias? I say yes. And can their bullpen, who's been pretty solid all year, can they keep that lead? That Scherzer goes out and pitches? Yes, I say yes. Minus 108, that's why I'm locking in that one. And moving on to our last pick, Astros versus Indians. I'm taking McCullers strikeout total over 5.5 Ks, minus 120 odds. Look, guys, if you look at his last 3, you might not love it, right? 7, 4, and 3 Ks each of his last 3 starts. Yeah, the 4 and the 3. I mean, he's only hit this 1 out of the last 3 times. But gotta look at his season stats, right? Last 3 doesn't always tell the full picture. 7, he's 7 for 12. Well, so he's hit this over 7 out of 12 times this year in the games he's pitched. I like that, right? Over 50%. 6 Ks to Valdez is what the Indians have done recently. The Indians have been really, eye test. You gotta watch. I watch these games, right? I have to be knowledgeable in picking them. Indians bats, no. They just gave up 6 Ks to Valdez, 5 Ks to my boy Urania. Yuck. I mean, they've been swinging in the dirt at non-competitive pitches, and I ask myself, do I think McCullers can capitalize on that? Sure, why not? I mean, the Astros are super heavy favorites in this one, as they usually are, right? If you want to pick that game, all the power to you. But I do like McCullers at that minus 120 value. I mean, this line is high for a reason. The Indians have been not great recently offensively, so we're going to try to capitalize on that today with a pretty solid pitcher in McCullers. Let's recap the picks, though, one last time for you guys. Angels team total over, A's money line, Nats money line, and McCullers strikeout total over. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the absolute best. Let's get out of this rut. Let's make some money today. And as always, let me know your best plays of the day down below. I really love hearing from you guys. Have a good Friday, and let's go into the weekend strong.